Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Here we go. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep, Holmgren. O'Neal pulls it in. Tim, watching Chet Holmgren, he brings a lot to the table.
Well, absolutely, Brian. He's got a wingspan of 7.5 feet, but still has touch from deep. It's really something to marvel at. Chet is redefining what a stretch big can be in the NBA.
Curry with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Dort. Curry gets the bucket.
Well, the purest jump shot this game has ever seen. Curry's touch, his release, just picture perfect.
Howard, the screen. Inside. And a missed layup. Golden State with the ball. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. We talked about the challenges the defense faces when dealing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He said once Shai gets under the arc, it's impossible to prevent a shot. He's too shifty. So we need to be ready to help off on the wings early and try and bump him out to the perimeter. Not easy to control the movements of Shai. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Golden State. Goes up from the top of the key. Gets a hand on it. O'Neal. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Howard. The three from Holmgren. Got a hand on it.
That was their 4th straight miss to start this game. Not ideal.
O'Neal inside. Howard on the double team. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. Here's Curry. Consistent production from him. Averaging around 27.5 points a game. Offline from the high post.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
And Grant, Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected.
Here's Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
Well, if Green is taking quick shots like that, it speaks to how confident he is.
On the wing, Wallace. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren.
Substitution on the court.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
And they call an illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Outside, SGA. Hartenstein, no good. The Warriors lead by 4. It's George on the wing. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Look at that touch by Paul George.
Here's Oklahoma City now. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Holmgren outside. Over Green.
They haven't had that much success in the paint.
And another miss by Oklahoma City. Outside Curry. Green, a screen to the paint. Hartenstein pulls it in. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 6-point game. Pass to Hartenstein. Misses from close range.
Now, he was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Outside Curry. Pulls it in from the elbow. And he hits the jumper.
in that mid-range area, it's important for Curry to have that quick release.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And the Warriors with possession. A big stretch here going. 10-2. Here he goes. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's SGA with a drive. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Five ticks left to play in the first quarter. George. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well, that's why they're up. More 2K action in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
They've been active, they've been disruptive, but now the question is, can they maintain this level of intensity?
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And we're seeing teams now that have found success with twin towers inside. What's behind that, Tim?
Well, there's a big difference between positionless basketball and small ball. Key is, if you can be big and skilled, that's a pretty tough combination to match up with.
No matter how the game changes, rebounding is always going to be a factor.
It's always key.
Now here's Curry. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. 4-3. Another three for Golden State.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, putting up 23 points per game. He's proved how reliable a threat he is.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Curry looking it over. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, that's just all about hustle by Paul George. He got great positioning inside, and he used that body to convert.
Wallace misses.
Well, that's a tough matchup for the offense there. It's a low probability on that shot.
Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
That one's off. Still out of sync. The Warriors lead by 16. Outside Pajemski. Outside Curry. The 17-footer. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
And that is exactly why Curry is must-see TV.
Wallace outside. Drives to the hoop. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Outside Curry. George, right side. 4 on the clock. Jordan, the screen. Pulls up by post. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
Pass to SGA. Ooh, rejected by Jordan.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Down low. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass. And the Warriors lead by 20.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
So Mark Degno will call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Thunder trail by 20.
Substitution on the court.
1:27 left to play in the first half. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Here's Golden State. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Stolen by Caruso. Here's SGA. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. SGA's got 6.
All of that work that Gilgeous-Alexander has put into his shot is paying off. We've really seen Shea take that lead.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Banked it in off the glass. SGA's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
.41 seconds left in the half. Here's Podziemski. The putback. Pass to O'Neal. Outside, Green. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Edgecombe. And here's Podziemski. 6 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. O'Neal. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, I just don't think right now they're doing a good enough job of hunting the right mismatches.
Thunder trail by 16. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Hartenstein. Oh, stolen by Payton. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And it's the Warriors with the ball. They led the game at one point by 20. Green, a screen. Back to Curry. Over Dort. Curry's shot is off. Thunder trail by 16. Tim, it was pretty unique to hear the Warriors vets say they don't want a team to mortgage the future trying to chase one more ring.
Really shows you the selflessness of this group. Here you've got Steph Curry, a top 10 player in league history, who maybe would want one because there's no time like the present.
Thinking more like a GM than he is a star player.
Smart. Keep that cupboard stocked.
The Warriors lead by 16. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. And again, no good by Golden State.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the night. Tim, you graduated with an MBA from an elite business school. How has that impacted how you look at the NBA?
Well, it certainly gives you a look at how the business side of things are impacted in the NBA and a real grasp of the numbers. And man, oh man, are those numbers big at this level?
Golden State with the ball. 13-point lead. Pass to Curry. Over Dort. Curry, that's good. Curry's got 16 points.
And that is their first make of the third. Let's see if that gets them going.
Here's SGA. It's deflected. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Screen by O'Neal. Shot from the top of the key. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
Well, if Curry gets any space at all, he is going to make you pay, particularly in pick and roll.
Back to Holmgren. 5 on the clock. Again, SGA can't get it to go. The Warriors lead by 17. Tim, when you talk about Jimmy Butler, just how hard of a worker is this guy?
Oh, he's just exceptional. That gritty style of play is what makes him so respected, B.A. And as we know, he has a way of rising to the occasion.
Curry drives in. Shoots over Hartenstein. Curry, no good. Thunder trail by 17. Holmgren outside. Puts up a three. No luck on that one.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Outside Curry. Green, a screen. And Curry is good for 3. Curry's got 7 points here in the quarter.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
Hartenstein a screen to snap the cold streak. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And Tim, to have the success that SGA has had, there's something different to his approach.
Well, B.A., I just think he's so shifty, so quick in changing directions, and he can decelerate once he gets into the paint. That change of pace makes it very difficult to stop, and it's the reason he's the perennial league leader in drives to the rim.
Shout out Canada too, eh?
Of the North.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Now Curry. Pass to Pajimski. From behind the arc. Howard grabs the miss. Thunder trail by 18. Williams with it. Payton covering. Williams misses. Outside Curry. Over Mitchell. Jordan. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Jordan's got his second basket.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip-in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Now here's Potemski. Here's Curry. Mitchell grabs a miss.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, that's just a wasted opportunity.
Here's Wallace. And he lays it up and in.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Outside Pajemski. That shot, no good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. The Warriors on top. They lead by 8.
17.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Thunder trail by 18. Now here's Mitchell. Howard in the high post. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Golden State. They led the game at one point by 20. Here's Curry, and that one's on target from the wing. Curry's got 23 points.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Thunder trail by 18. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, rejected by Jordan.
Man, good whistle there.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors?
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
And I'd say offensive rebounding has also been a big factor as well. And not just getting the boards, but more importantly, converting those into second chance points.
Here's George, and it's Holmgren with a rebound. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, Jordan with the block. Outside Curry. Shoots over Caruso. Curry, no good. Thunder trail by 18. Howard, the screen. Here's SGA. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
The 15-footer. Good.
Well, that's just skill by SGA. He is so good at reading defenses and understanding when he has an opportunity.
Outside Curry. Takes a three. Drills it from deep. Curry's got 26 points.
It's been a modest night scoring so far. Maybe that shot will encourage him to get some more looks.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
Pass to Curry. Over Dort. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Thunder trail by 19. Oh, that's a man on a mission right there.
North of the border, he's north of the rim.
There are some big-time players in this league, but who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Lex?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big three, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But, of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
And I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
Green, a screen to the middle. Howard grabs the miss. So it's Oklahoma City now, trailing by 19. The offensive rebound. Unable to get that one. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. To the inside. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
What a great pass. It was on time and on target.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Warriors.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And they really wanted this one. It pushes their win total up to 21. And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where you just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
Jordan, the screen. Over Dort. Curry's shot is off. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The shot by Dort, no good. 27 seconds left to play in the fourth. Curry gets the bucket.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
Dort's shot is good.
Dort has really improved this part of his game. Would love to see him shoot more often from out there.
Pass to Jordan. The three. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Warriors ball.
And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that about wraps it up.